Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Legends video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the brand new raid event that has come to Dragon Ball Legends and the rewards it gives you, along with how best to tackle this event. So this is the raid, the worldwide raid against Omega Shenron, and it's basically a very cool way to get a whole bunch of rewards. One of the main rewards being Legends Festival medals. You get one guaranteed for every limited time reward, and then there's a chance for it to drop every time afterwards. Not to mention, we also get raid medal 1s from this, which you can use to trade in for chrono crystals. And depending on the characters you have, the amount of raid medals that drop will be increased. So if you have the latest units, you get quite a bit. If you have some of the festival units or some of the older units, you can get your hands on quite an improved amount. So it does all add up. I always suggest trying to put in the highest ones that you can, so that you can obviously improve the drop rate of medals. I think that's super important, and it does help out players a lot. Obviously there are also battle bonus characters, and not to mention there are some pretty great rewards. So not only do you get festival medals, but you also get your hands on the raid medals, which can be exchanged for some great prizes. Chrono crystals, Legends Limited Power. There's quite a lot that you can get currently with the raid medals. There will be a second one, so you don't need to go too hard on this, but obviously there is quite a lot of value in this as well. So yeah, Omega Shenron, pretty challenging, pretty interesting character. Obviously follows the same rules as hyperdimensional co-op. You can check the drop amount increase. It only applies to raid medals, does not apply to Legends Festival medals at all. There's also does not seem to be equipment that you can get for this. So I looked and it doesn't seem like there's equipment that will increase your raid medal drops. So not sure if they plan on doing away with that or if it's just an oversight. But yeah, nowhere I could see could you get equipment, which is interesting to say the least. Obviously, yeah, pretty nice. Chrono crystals, Legends Limited Power, Sparking Power, some PvP messages, etc. But the main thing is going to be the 1,000 Chrono Crystals and 100 Legends Limited Power. Then, obviously, as you guys know, you want to take on the party with the most units you can. As I said, if you look through the shop, it doesn't seem like there is gear or equipment that will increase your raid medal drops. So it looks like you're relying a lot on the characters. So yeah, that's something that's obviously there to focus on. Then, in terms of building your team, just try and build it as best you can. Using the auto select in this situation won't focus down the characters that will increase your medal drops. So I actually always advise, if you could, actually take a look in terms of the situation and rather actually essentially, take on with a manually selected team. By not manually selecting your team, you're potentially leaving quite a bit of the bonus medal characters out, and they do count if they're in your support group. So it's not just the character you choose to battle, but the units in your actual support section will count towards your bonus total. So you do kind of want to make sure that you are at least accessing that bonus to a certain degree. Yeah, you don't really want to be leaving any of the raid medals down there. I think personally speaking, it's for the best if you leave it, rather try and prioritize it than not, because there's a lot you can get with these medals. The chrono crystals, the Legends Limited Power, it all adds up, and it will refresh for the next one. So you need to kind of grab these rewards now. Obviously, I think beyond that, it's pretty much straightforward. It's your usual kind of raid. It's basically a hyperdimensional co-op against a boss with more health, so you shouldn't really have a problem. This equipment here, I don't think it works. I'm just going to put it on, but it's not actually going to apply. So your older raid equipment doesn't look like it's going to work. Tried it, it didn't seem to work for me. So yeah, in general, I would say, like I mentioned, try and prioritize the characters over anything else. And yeah, that's basically it. All that's left now is to actually take on the raid. Now the raid is basically the same as the, like hyperdimensional co-op. So if you're having problems there, follow the same kind of rule set as that and you should be fine. I will do some tips and tricks type of things, but yeah, basically it is pretty much following suite. To put a long story to it, the best bet is to find someone, or hope that someone who's got the dominant character that's got the latest summonable character is going to appear, because that's basically the best procedure for this. So yeah, for me, generally speaking, I would say, probably prioritize, or hope that you get someone who's a pretty good, got the latest unit, basically. By the way, if you like my new layout, I have left a link to the guy who made it for me. A great guy, he made it for me as a little gift. But yeah, really, really awesome, this new overlay that I have. So pretty cool. But yeah, basically, to cut a long story short, follows the same suit. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to break the blue shield. And then when you break the blue shield, then you're going to want to use the Rising Rush. And you're going to want to hope that you get the same card as your ally. So if you get the same card as your ally, you are going to be having a very good time. If you do not get the same card as your ally, you are not going to be having a very good time at all. So that's really about it when it comes to these things. Other nice little tricks that you can know is that if your ally is being attacked, you can intercept their attack, and a little exclamation mark will appear above your ally's head. You can intercept their attack and then you will not have too many problems. Alternatively, if you are still having issues, what you can do then is you can obviously, how can I say, tackle maybe gear or your bonus or your power up. If you power up your other characters, you should be fine. But yeah, basically, to cut a long story short, that's pretty much raids. They're not too difficult. I noticed they didn't add the 2 typing for the raids like they did for the hyperdimensional co-op, and I noticed that they also kind of didn't change anything else really. So they changed how you do the strike event, which is pretty good. So now the Rising Rush is a lot easier, and yeah, that's basically it. But beyond that, there's a couple missions that are available for the hyperdimensional co-op. So if you go to the event section, you'll see a couple missions. Not only can you pick up raid medals here, but you can also pick up some Legends Festival medals, which a lot of players are going to probably want, just considering the value of said medals. So yeah, I would say consider getting them. I think they're really going to help you out, and they'll put you close to that new new missions for the 3000 chrono crystals. So that would be really, really cool. But yeah, that's basically it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye.